In this video, I will tell you how several musicians can play on SD90. For example, let us say you want to travel to Australia and there is 4 keyboard players and you don't want to bring all keyboards with you. You want to play on one sound module but with 4 different sets of the keyboards that you can rent over there. So you have your sound module, 4 musicians are going, you take it on plane with yourself, and then over there you will rent 4 sets of the keyboards and everybody is going to play from those keyboards SD90. That is what I am doing for years. I am traveling with another musician and we never bring keyboards. We just take SD90. And over there we rent 2 any keyboards with nice keys, and it doesn't matter which sounds are inside because anyway we are playing SD90. So how it works? SD90 is in front of me, setting, receiving messages. Now make sure that all upper numbers you should put on off. So on off. At least you should put on off MIDI channels that you are not using. Now, for left hand, put it on MIDI channel number 1. So whoever is in charge of rhythm section, accompaniment, and he's playing that, he will set his keyboard on MIDI channel number 1. Now I will present to you how it works in reality. I have in front of me MIDI controller, and I am going to simulate 4 sets of the keyboard. So my lower section I have split for 1 set of the keyboards, and it is going to be MIDI channel number 1. Here I can play rhythm section. On right side there is nothing because presently I am on MIDI channel number 6 and MIDI channel number 6 is not engaged. Another musician with another set of the keyboards will put upper 1 on MIDI channel number 2. What I am going to do right now, upper 1, MIDI channel number 2, and now I can play upper section of my keyboard from MIDI channel number 2, upper 1. And I can change sounds on my iPad. I can make list of the sounds on iPad that I like, and I will play that keyboard MIDI channel number 2, and I am going to change sounds and control volume with any controller that has possibility to control volume on MIDI channel number 2. Actually any keyboard. Just put it on MIDI channel number 2 and you will control volume and you will be able to play. Just on any keyboard you are not going to be able to change sounds. Only on keyboard that is going to allow you to change sounds. Korg PA series of the keyboards, PA2, PA3, PA4, they will give you opportunity to control on 1 channel, you can control sounds. But you can do that with controllers, not with all of them. You can do that with Novation because Novation can control hardware. There's a lot of controllers, but they are made for software. But if you have Novation Impulse, for example, now it's like actual keyboard that you can rent and you can use it. It is cheap keyboard, but it is good keyboard. I mean, cheap controller is around I don't know, maybe $300-400. Depends in which country you are, so you can check it. But you can rent, and I suggest to you, if you can rent controller that is able to have different MIDI channels and at least 8 buttons. That is what you can find on Novation Impulse. In this case you can control sounds, but if you don't want to buy any controller, you just want to play keys, then you don't need anything. Use your iPad, and with iPad, with Unreal Book application that is about $10, you can control sounds and then you can play on any keyboard. Now that is channel number 2, that is second musician. Third musician is going to play set of the keyboards on MIDI channel number 3. And now Look at number channel 2 is guitar. Number channel 3 is organ. You can hear just organ because upper 2 is dedicated to MIDI channel number 3. And now next, upper 3. Upper 3 is dedicated to MIDI channel. Upper 3, actually upper 4. Is next MIDI channel. So 4 musicians on different set of the keyboards, on 4 set of the keyboards, all of them, they can play SD90 at the same time. So that is answer to one of subscribers who wants to know, can we play SD90 with 2 sets of the keyboard? Not 2, 4 sets of the keyboard, even 5, that is second. So you can play, but there's one thing very important. Left hand has to be on channel number 1. Global has to be on off. Right hand on off. And then control upper sections from here. And if you see that how it looks here, nicely in your right hand, you'll see that in your right hand you have 4 instruments. So I suggest you to work with, like, you don't need so many keyboard players to play one keyboard. So you will have, for example, let us say here 3 keyboard players and plus somebody who is playing rhythm section. So 4 keyboard players, they can play same arranger keyboard. That is SD90. That small box. That is why I have that keyboard, beside of the best quality of the sound. Thank you very much for watching this video.